The quarterfinals of the World Cup 2026 are done, and the Final Four is absolutely stacked. For the first time in World Cup history, the top 4 ranked teams on the planet have all reached the semifinals: France, Argentina, Spain, and England. But to get there, they had to survive extra-time epics, giant killers, and late drama. Norway's fairy tale was finally ended. Belgium were broken in the 88th minute. And a stubborn Switzerland pushed the defending champions to the very brink. Just like every round before it, this ranking is about the quarterfinals and nothing else. No reputations, no past rounds, just who was the single best across these 4 titanic ties. These are the 5 best players of the World Cup 2026 quarterfinals. At number 5 is Ousmane Dembélé of France. While the other quarterfinals descended into extra-time chaos and penalty drama, France did what the very best teams do. They made a knockout tie look almost easy. Drawn against a dangerous, battle-hardened Morocco side that had already knocked out the Netherlands earlier in the tournament, France were ruthless, professional, and clinical, running out comfortable 2-0 winners to book their place in the semifinals. And once again, Dembélé was right at the heart of it. The reigning Ballon d'Or winner got himself on the scoresheet, capping a slick, dominant French attacking display as the world's officially best player kept delivering when it mattered. Playing off the flank and drifting inside onto his stronger foot, he was a constant threat all evening, stretching and torturing the Moroccan defense before finishing with the composure of a man completely at the peak of his powers. For France, this was a statement of intent, and Ousmane Dembélé made sure the reigning Ballon d'Or holder was front and center of it. Number 4 is Kylian Mbappé of France. Alongside his teammate Dembélé, the French captain and talisman was the other man to strike in that composed 2-0 dismantling of Morocco. And in many ways, this was the most dangerous France of all, a France that didn't even need to be at their spectacular best, because their level of quality is simply so high that they can win a World Cup quarterfinal in second gear. Mbappé led the line with his trademark menace, that terrifying acceleration in behind, the constant threat to spin off the shoulder of the last defender, and the ice-cold finishing that has already made him one of the greatest goalscorers the World Cup has ever seen. His goal against Morocco continued a quite staggering personal tournament, and it carried France serenely into the last 4 as one of the clear favorites to lift the trophy. When your team can reach a World Cup semifinal while barely getting out of first gear, and your captain is Kylian Mbappé, the rest of the world has every right to be terrified. France are coming, and he is leading the charge. At number 3 is Mikel Merino of Spain, and if his name sounds familiar, that is because the man simply refuses to stop being a hero. In the round of 16, you'll remember, it was Merino who scored the stoppage time winner that knocked out Portugal and ended Cristiano Ronaldo's World Cup career. In the quarterfinals, he did it all over again. Spain and Belgium served up a tight, tense, high-quality battle, the 2 sides trading blows in a game that could have gone either way, right to the very end. With the clock ticking towards extra time and the tie hanging in the balance, up stepped Merino once more. In the 88th minute, he struck the decisive blow, firing Spain to a 2-1 victory and into the semifinals of the World Cup. To score the winning goal in one knockout round is special. To do it in 2 consecutive knockout rounds, both times in the dying minutes of the match, is the mark of a player with genuine ice in his veins and an extraordinary sense for the biggest moments. Mikel Merino has quietly become Spain's most reliable match winner, and right now, their most valuable man. Number 2 is Julián Álvarez of Argentina. The defending champions were in serious trouble. A stubborn, disciplined Switzerland side, who had already knocked out Colombia on penalties in the previous round, matched the champions blow for blow, canceling out Argentina's early opener and dragging the game deep into extra time at 1 goal apiece. The greatest footballing nation on the planet were staring down the barrel of a shock exit. And then Julián Álvarez decided that enough was enough. In the 112th minute, the Manchester City striker collected the ball outside the penalty area and unleashed an absolute rocket into the far top corner, a genuine golazo, a goal of the very highest quality, at the single most pressurized moment of Argentina's entire tournament. It was the strike that finally broke Swiss resistance and sent the champions surging towards the semifinals, with Lautaro Martinez adding a late third to settle a 3-1 win after extra time. When his nation needed a moment of magic to avoid disaster, it was not the old master who conjured it, but the ruthless young number 9. Julián Álvarez stood tallest at the exact moment Argentina needed him most. And the best player of the World Cup 2026 quarterfinals is Jude Bellingham. This was the night the young Englishman stopped being merely one of the world's best midfielders and became, simply, England's hero. And to earn that status, he first had to slay a giant. England were drawn against Norway, the story of the tournament, the fearless underdogs riding the unstoppable form of Erling Haaland, the man who had dumped Brazil out of the World Cup in the previous round. And for a while, it looked like the fairy tale would just keep rolling. Norway struck first through Andreas Schjelderup to take a shock early late, and England were rattled and nervous. But Jude Bellingham refused to let his country's dream die. Before halftime, he hauled England level, driving into the box and finishing with the composure of a seasoned match winner. And then when the tie went all the way to extra time, with an entire nation holding its breath, he did it again, popping up with the decisive goal to send England into the semifinals with a 2-1 win, and to knock the tournament's great underdogs, Haaland and all, out of the competition. A brace in a World Cup quarterfinal. The equalizer to steady the ship, and the winner to seal it, against the most informed team left in the entire tournament. At just 23 years of age, on the biggest stage in the sport, Jude Bellingham stood up and carried England on his back. That is exactly what the very best players do, and in the quarterfinals, nobody did it better. From Ousmane Dembélé and Kylian Mbappé cruising France into the last four, to Mikel Merino's remarkable second straight knockout winner, to Julian Álvarez's stunning extra-time rocket for the champions, all the way up to Jude Bellingham single-handedly slaying Norway to send England through. These were the 5 best players of the quarterfinals, and this round alone. A special mention to Lionel Messi, who set up Argentina's opener with his record-breaking 10th career World Cup assist, the most in the history of the tournament, even as his incredible World Cup scoring streak finally came to an end. Just 4 teams now remain: France, Argentina, Spain, and England. The semifinals are next, and one of these giants will have their dream ended. Who do you think reaches the final? Let us know in the comments and subscribe for the semifinal ranking.